Hello. Now that you know how to draw realistically, we're ready to put your skills to the test. So today, we're going to figure out who you're going to draw and get your image ready. Let's take a look at how we're going to do this. First off, for our project, we will be drawing portraits. Here are a few examples of portraits drawn by students from last year. They did really great work. Now that you all have your realism skills, you'll be able to create portraits just as realistic. You will also get to choose who you draw, and that's what we're going to take care of today. We should end up with an eclectic mix of portraits, everybody from Miley Cyrus to Neil deGrasse Tyson and more. But before you can begin drawing your portrait, you have to find the right photo. So log on to 7th grade art classroom and then click the portrait reference photo assignment. Once you open the assignment, you'll see your instructions. The first instruction says, decide who you would like to draw a portrait of. This step may take a little bit of thinking as you decide who's interesting enough and important enough for you to draw a picture of. You can think back to the past and draw somebody like Elvis Presley. You could think about people who have had influence on science like Madame Curie. You could think about great peacemakers in the world like Gandhi. You could also think about modern cultural and music influencers like the late Mac Miller. Or you could think about your great sports heroes like Serena Williams. Once you have some ideas in your head, you can begin searching them in Google Images. For example, you could search up Neymar Jr., a soccer player. Now, as I search, I'm going to make sure that I'm searching Google Images. Then I'm going to go over and press Tools on the right side, just below the search bar. And then I'm going to go back over to Size and select Large. This will make sure that all of the images popping up on my screen are a large file size. I'm not trying to draw from a very, very small picture. When you look up your portrait reference picture, it needs to be in 3/4 view. These angles are not 3/4 view. This is a straight on front view and straight on side view. These will not work for your portrait. Whoever you choose to draw, you need to find a picture of them where their head is slightly tilted to the side. This is called 3/4 view. So now I'll continue searching up portraits of Neymar, and as I find pictures, I'll ask myself, is it in 3/4 view? For example, this photo is not, it's straight on. So let's try again. Now here I found another picture, but it's in side view, so it won't work either. Let's keep looking. Now I think we found it. Notice Neymar's head is tilted slightly to the right. That's gonna work. So I will copy this one, and I'll go back to Classroom and read the next set of instructions. The 4th instruction says, copy and paste onto the Google Drawing Portrait template. So if I look down below, I will see that, Portrait template. Then I can click that. The reason we're putting our picture onto this Google Drawing is so that we can crop it and also make it black and white. So the first step, double click on the image, and that will bring up these black crop bars. Then you can crop it and click and drag and make your picture fill up that rectangle with nothing hanging off the edges. Then go to Format Options on the top of the page, hit Recolor, and select the black and white option. Making your image black and white will make it easier to shade at the end of your project. Title your drawing with the name of your subject, and then hit File, Download as JPEG. This will put a finalized JPEG image into your Downloads folder, and you can move that over to your drive. Once it's in your drive, make a copy of it, go back to Classroom. Under the assignment in Classroom, there is a link to a folder called Portraits. In this folder are all of the portraits that everyone else has made. So add that folder to your drive so that you can see all of the other subjects people will be drawing, and then click and drag a copy of your portrait into that folder as well. The last thing is to answer the portrait question to explain why you chose the person you did. So click to open that form and answer the question. Who did you choose to draw and why? What makes this person interesting, important, and how have they influenced you? For example, You may write something like, I chose to draw Neymar Jr. Now I have to ask myself, what makes Neymar Jr. interesting? What makes him different and unique from other soccer players? Well, one thing is, Neymar Jr. is interesting because he has a very aggressive and agile style. He's also known for his dribbling skills, unlike some soccer players who are known more for their power or for their kicking ability. He's known for his fine technique. He can also kick well with both feet. Now I'm asking myself, how is Neymar important to the sport of soccer? Well, he's one of the best, so Neymar is important because he's one of the best soccer players and has brought a lot of new fans to the sport. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, think about how your subject has influenced you. Do they inspire you? Have they made a difference in your life? Have they changed how you think about things? And then write that out. For example, I may say, he influences me because he practiced every day to become the best. So when I feel like skipping practice, I think about how if I want to be like Neymar, I have to persevere. No, I misspelled persevere, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and submit, and you'll be done. And tomorrow, we'll begin drawing.